an intrepid journey, where would you go?
Well, first off, I don't know what intrepid means.
I think it means like adventurous.
Where would I go?
Yeah.
Shit, I don't know. A casino?
Yeah, good call.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It always goes somewhere, eh?
Yeah, it's always an adventure when you walk into the casino.
And then you end up at bars and brothels and street corners.
Well, the thing is, when you enter a casino, you never know where you're really going to end up because it all depends on how well you do.
How much you lose.
Yeah. Well, or you win,
yeah,
but you
true.
always lose, though, don't you? Really?
Yeah, you do always lose.
I actually won $1,600 on the TAB last week.
What were you betting?
$10.
Of $10?
$10, yeah.
What
Yep.
What did you bet on?
Just a whole bunch of sports.
Oh, so you had to get them all right in a row,
Yeah.
and you just got them all right.
Yeah, that's right. 7 NBA games. 7 NBA games. $10 down and won, like 1,300 or something, and then I don't know, but it was good. It was a good day because most of the time I lose. Well, I don't really want to talk about the $3,000 that I lost the other week.
I smacked $80 in the pokies 2 days ago. That hurt.
Did you? Yeah, that'd be painful.
Stupid.
Yeah.
What did you do with your 1,300 or 1,600?
I bought a fridge.
Is that what you bought with
I
it?
bought a fridge, yeah.
That breaks a stereotype.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could have done a whole lot of stuff with that money, but I think I grew up in that moment. I thought, what would someone who was a successful gambler do with their money? And I'll do the opposite of that.
That was a smart time to do that, man, because I go the other way. I end up like texting dodgy people, seeing if they've got any small bags of things, and start hitting like just places that I feel really bad about going. I'd never stop, grow up, buy a fridge. Well done.
Yeah, no, I bought a fridge, and it's brand new fridge too. Brand new fridge. Got delivered yesterday, actually.
White one?
White fridge, yeah. Yeah.
Why
so
white? Just
who says that gambling doesn't pay? Because it does. It paid off for me, and I now I've got a fridge, so I can keep all my perishables in top notch condition.
unperished.
Unperished, yeah.
You should keep gambling for like a big ass TV and shit. You'd be able to get like your whole house done.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking I could just slowly chip away at gambling, because this is how gambling works, right? Is that you just slowly chip away at it, and eventually you have lots of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or lots of whiteware.
But unless you're dumb.
Unless you're stupid, like.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of. I guess there are some stupid gamblers.
Yeah.
I'm obviously not one of them.
No.
Yeah.
I'm a stupid gambler.
You know what a full gamble would be?
What's that?
What I've always thought a gamble, a full roll of the dice is when you pick up a hitchhiker.
Yeah.
Because you can win when you pick up a hitchhiker. Like, you might meet a new friend.
Yeah.
You could meet a new friend that then you go on to have a really good, solid relationship with. And it could be that they were hitchhiking because their car had broken down.
That's right.
And they needed someone to help them out.
Yeah.
Or they could be a rapist. So it's really like a flip of the coin.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that is a gamble.
It is a huge gamble. Murderers, rapists, they're out there hitchhiking.
Yeah.
Well, they were, because I'm just thinking about it now as you say it. Hitchhiking's pretty much gone now.
It is. When was the last time you saw a hitchhiker?
Don't know. And if I did see one, I don't think I'd pick the hitchhiker up.
Yeah. It's just too risky now, eh? It's way too risky to pick up a hitchhiker. Like, I mean, before, like, there was the risk of, were they a murderer or a rapist? But now, fuck, there's a pandemic going on. They could have a cough.
They could have a cold.
They could cough on you. And I mean, I'd roll the dice with a murderer or rapist, but there's no fucking way I'm picking up someone who's going to sneeze in my car.
And you might be interested in the person you pick up sometimes. Actually, I don't want to keep going down that track.
What are you talking about?
Hitchhikers. I was thinking about the hitchhikers I've picked up in the past, and then I've just decided to move on real quick.
Oh, so you had so these were not murderers or rapists. They were the other type of hitchhiker.
Yeah,
the
the normal.
There's 3 different types of hitchhiker: murderer, rapist, and then standard.
A person that needs a lift.
person that needs a ride.
Yeah. They're my favourite.
Because initially that's how hitchhiking started, wasn't it? It was like people who needed to get from A to B.
Yeah.
And then the whole murdering and rape thing came into play, and
ruined it for
and
a
then
while.
it just it kind of got crazy.
Became acceptable for a bit. People would still pick them up, even knowing that it was like a chance.
Yeah. Because it was the gamble that you would take. It was like, it was kind of excilating. It was just like, shit, am I going to get raped? Am I going to get murdered? Or am I just going to
pull out the knife?
Am I just going to give someone a ride somewhere?
Yeah.
And we're not even getting that anymore, which is a shame. And it's also been like quite an eco-friendly way of travel.
Yeah, it is. The eco-warriors are hitchhikers.
Yeah.
And now it's all been stopped because of the cold. The serious cold. COVID.
Yeah, the big spicy cough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now that's what took it out.
It is a shame because it is, I guess it's slowly ruining the world by, I guess, creating more carbon emissions. Because there's less ride sharing going on. These people who were hitchhiking are no longer
killing the world.
Hitchhiking. They're killing the world. And, I mean, they used to kill people and rape them. But now they're just killing the world with all the carbon emissions. Because these people hitchhiking are going and buying cars.
A Ford Laser.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like 1980s, 1990s models that were very uneconomical and just burnt through the petrol.
Yeah.
And now they're able to go around and, do their rapes and murders and get from A to B.
Have their own transport to do it.
Yeah, but in a very uneconomical way that is detrimental to the health of the planet.
Yeah. And, yeah. Do you want to hear? I was going to say, have you hitchhiked before? Have you got anything that you've
I've done that.
Stories?
I've done the A to B version of hitchhiking, from where you get from somewhere to another place. I haven't done the other two kinds of hitchhiking, but I have hitchhiked before.
Yeah.
And the majority of those times have been pretty positive.
You didn't do anything embarrassing or something you're ashamed of?
Nah, not at all. All very above board. Didn't give out any masturbatory favors or anything like that.
Yeah.
So. There are people who have done that as a way to incentivize people picking them up.
Yeah,
and which is understandable. But it's.
Okay.
I mean, hopefully, I'm just looking for this pandemic to get over so that we can start.
Throw the thumb out again.
Yeah, throw the thumb out again, or at least pick hitchhikers up just for a little bit of an adrenaline rush sometimes, and also just helping out the environment.
Yeah,
getting the world back on track and just fighting climate change.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I guess this is the start to the podcast.
This is the start to the podcast.
Been a while. Been a long time. It
has been a while. But it's good to be back, I guess. When was the last time? It would have been damn near a year ago, I think.
Why are you back? Why are you doing a podcast again?
Well, I just thought, fuck it, There's a lot of words in my head. There's a lot of voices in my head, and they need to get out in some way. And I know you feel the same. Like, you're, I guess, essentially my bum boy, my sidekick in this, because most people know who I am.
Yeah.
Probably have no idea who you are.
No, they have got no idea.
But it's easy to know who you are.
They don't need to know either. It's irrelevant. It's fine.
But it's easy to know who you are, at least your name, because it's Luke.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Luke. It's the same name. But yeah, I mean, how are you feeling about this? Is it good to be back on the couch having a having a yarn?
The dog's couch, in fact. I don't sit on it much. Yeah, this is where Wolf sits.
Ah, Wolf, the little Frenchie.
Yeah, he shat on this 2 days ago.
That you shat on it?
Yeah, he's a little asshole.
Part? Your side, my side?
Right in the middle, right in the crack.
Middle. All
right in the
we're
crack.
Sharing that though, essentially, aren't we?
Anyway.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, good to be back on the podcast, and had a lot of people were a little bit sad that I hadn't been doing this for a while.
Oh.
So I thought, hey, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Here's a gift to you and to anyone else who is just picking up on this and listening now. I don't even really want to apologise.
No, I guess you can just say this is a podcast that it could go anywhere.
It could go
does
anywhere.
go anywhere.
Yeah.
Doesn't really have a theme, but
no, it does. It does. We're trying to talk about. It's essentially about surf culture. We're trying to fix some things. We're trying to address some issues, but all around it's a good positive time. It's a good positive chat.
And save surf culture
Saving
a little bit. It's getting a little bit stank in a few areas.
It does get a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
So this is here to sort of mend that and bridge any gaps there. And welcome to it. Thank you for joining.
Yeah. And what did we have? We
got
usually
agenda.
have an agenda.
Yeah, it's over
There's
here.
sometimes an agenda, isn't there?
What's been happening was sort of the first thing
Oh,
we were
shit.
going to do at summertime.
I
sort
guess
of
that
people
would
are
be
interested in what you've been doing.
that would be the appropriate angle to go for.
So lead us in with a sort of a nice Luke Sederman spiel.
Oh yeah, well I guess we've got summertime, which is always a nice time of year, really.
It is
Which
beautiful.
is Christmas.
Long-
Christmas is part of summer, which for the Northern Hemisphere folk, it throw them off a little bit. I had someone ask me, do you celebrate Christmas in New Zealand, even though it's summer? And yes, we do, because even though it is summer, it is still the same time of the year. December the 25th is Christmas in the Northern Hemisphere as well as the Southern Hemisphere. The dates don't actually change, because Christmas is about a time of year, a specific date. It's not about the temperature.
And
So yes,
we celebrate it first.
we do celebrate it first, actually.
We
We were the
start it.
first ones to do Christmas.
We kick it off.
Yeah.
So if we're the ones doing it first, then we're the ones doing it right as
Well,
well.
I wouldn't say that, because, like, my Christmas is usually pretty shit.
Mine was fucking
Yeah,
terrible.
mine was fucked. But we'll move on from that. We're in 2022 now. Haven't been here, done a podcast since 2021. But yeah,
2022.
Yeah, 2022. Hopefully it's not a sequel to 2020, because that was fucked. But yeah, what's been going on? I've been surfing.
Yeah.
Not a lot. But I did come up here to Auckland to have it was kind of a little bit of a surf trip, because I saw there was a big cyclone swell coming earlier
Cyclone
this
Codeine.
week.
Yep.
Cyclone Cody. And I
Cody.
thought I'd jump on top of that. I thought I'd pack up the car, chuck some boards in, and go on a little surf adventure. And I did. I managed to get some waves. What about you? You didn't surf at all, did you?
I tried once.
Yeah.
My problem is I can't paddle. I put on too much weight in the late stages of last year, and then I'm just too heavy and fat and slow.
Mate, that's the
So-
same thing happened to me.
So I jumped in the swimming pool, tried to do 1,000 laps. I've made it to 560, and then I went for a surf, and I was able to get to the points, to areas, but I can't stand up.
Yeah. So you didn't get a slice of that cyclone swell?
No, I didn't
No.
get any of that. No,
Nah.
no, I probably can't say I surfed.
Yeah. I saw some fantastic imagery of it. Like, some of my friends really scored some great waves. But the thing is, for them now, because they scored such amazing waves, and there's going to be a massive, time that elapse.
Yeah,
My
before-
words aren't working properly.
Yeah.
Until they get another swell like that. So they've really set themselves up for failure, because they've reached the pinnacle, the peak, right? They've
Right.
got some amazing waves. Now it's all about the come down. And so what I've done...
God damn, I hate a come down.
What I've done is I took the swell, one of the best swells that there's been since probably last summer, maybe a couple of years. I took the swell and I took it as an opportunity to go and surf some fucking shit waves. Because I thought, if I can surf some really terrible waves on their best day, like some of the spots here in Auckland,
Yeah.
Milton Reef on the north shore of Auckland,
Milford. Yeah.
whatever the fuck it's called, it's irrelevant because
Yeah.
it sucks.
Yeah.
But I went there and I thought, if I surf this place on its best day, it's going to make my home break seem so much better.
So you
Like,
go.
my home break on its worst day is better than Milton Reef on its best day. So it's
Yeah.
about putting things into perspective.
So, would you go do a surf trip somewhere internationally?
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking maybe we move on from trying to, score perfect waves all the time. Go on these surf trips to Indonesia or Hawaii or
Yeah.
Mexico and try and get the best waves of our lives. And we move on to going on surf trips to places like Finland or Russia or Adelaide or somewhere like that, where the
Yeah.
waves are just absolute shit. It could be
Spain.
freezing cold. There might be sharks.
probably
There
a good
could be
one for
awful people, and it just puts things in perspective. Because if we go on a surf trip and surf the worst waves of our lives, it means when we come back home, we're going to appreciate it that much more.
So you could almost do that with anything.
You can
Just
do
go
it
and
with
get some
anything.
perspective, but always have shitter than what you got.
Always shitter. Because, you think about it, you go away on a 2-week trip, you score the waves of your life, you've spent, $5,000 to $10,000 on
Yeah.
this trip, And then all you've got at the end of it is some memories and possibly some photos of you getting some big, amazing stand-up barrels. And then you come back to your real life, and your real life fucking sucks. And that's what you have to live with the majority of the time. We're talking about 2 weeks out of each year that you're going to be spending in, idyllic location.
So turn your closeout,
switch it around the other way.
Yeah, turn your closeout your big open beach that just gives you closeouts all year and hurts you and you never catch anything really anyway.
Yeah.
Into these closeouts are sick. I'm like fucking nearly like the thrill, the rush.
That's exactly right.
Just get out of the way. Woo! Escaped it.
That's exactly right. You're picking up what I'm putting down, and you get it. You understand.
Find the thrill in the shit that you've got.
Find the thrill in the shit. Because if you can go somewhere where it's just fucking awful, like basically...
I want to go home.
Basically, I don't want to be here. This is like, maybe like Senegal or somewhere.
But hold on, actually.
Afghanistan. I don't know if there's surf there or what. Just somewhere that's a shithole. Hamilton, just somewhere that... Gisborne, somewhere that just sucks. And then, you put it into perspective.
But you, this is easy for you. Because you live in Raglan. So everywhere you go...
most places, yeah, you're right.
It's going to be shitter. So you're always sweet.
Not always, but
so
yes,
I have to go to I have to go on holiday to like... Because the beach I would go to most would be Muriwai. And I would have to go...
Which is pretty decent.
Which is good. And I have to go shitter than that.
Yeah, so all you have to do is basically... drive to the other side of Auckland, onto the east coast of Auckland, to any of those beaches, Te Arai, Mangawhai,
Omaha,
any of those beaches, any of those beaches on the eastern coast of Auckland, and surf there. Go on a surf trip there, and then it'll put things into perspective for you. Yep. And then every time you go out to Muriwai or Piha, wherever it is, you're going to appreciate it that much more.
Yeah. Okay. Good call.
So it's all about gaining perspective. And
can you do that with your missus?
I'm not sure how that's going to work, but I know you can put that concept into other areas of your life.
Okay.
Like cars, like driving a car. Like there could be like a rental car hire place where you go and
perspective cars
and hire an old
Honda City,
an old Ford Focus from mid-90s Ford Focus hatchback or something, an absolute piece of shit. And drive around in that for a couple of weeks, and then you appreciate your 2015 Toyota Corolla.
It's got the rental car's got food everywhere and ants in it, and like burns in the seat hole from meth pipes, and it stinks of lager and cigarettes, and there's used connies in the back. Like it's a real fucking piece of shit. So is
this your car or the car you're hiring?
No, that's the car you hire. So then you come back to your car, which is full of pies and lizards.
You were explaining.
Then not mine.
No, so it's all about putting things into perspective, and I think it's going to catch on. Possibly this could be a business venture.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say. I could start Perspective Cars, and that's the kind of cars I could hand out.
Perspective car hire.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about maybe doing like a surf tourism sort of thing. Yeah. Maybe start that up.
Take them to the East Coast.
Yeah, take them to the East Coast.
So they can have a shit time.
Yeah, take them to Gisborne, Mount Maunganui, wherever, Or if you're in Australia, it could be like Adelaide. Yeah. Somewhere like that.
Yeah, where's the shittest surf in Australia? You reckon?
East I don't know.
Like east or west? The Western Australia?
Probably east. Probably east. There's some shitholes in East Australia.
Yeah, especially as you get up around Brisbane. It all goes away too. There's nothing. You go north, more north you get.
More north, the worse it gets.
The big reef gets in the way. Anyway, I don't know. I don't even know Australia that much. I like it.
Yeah, segue. I don't want it to segue.
Into what?
Into... our awards part of this show.
Oh, yeah. We haven't done those in a year, man.
I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm still trying to figure this out because we haven't done it in so long. It's all just a relearning process, really.
So you've got 2 awards. You've got Natural Footer of the Day and Goofy Footer of the Day. That's what we used to do.
No, that's wrong. It's actually Goofy Footer of the Week. Right? And Goofy Footer of the Week, that is an award given out to someone who really embodies those goofy footer traits. The goofy footer spirit, someone who's just a really good, solid person, someone who's maybe achieved something amazing, someone who has...
So just all-round excellence.
Just all-round excellence. Just like
sexy,
any kind of goofy footer.
Hot?
Yeah, it could be hot, could be a beautiful person, talented, skilled, just the best person.
Beautiful plums if it's a man.
Whatever you want to bring into it, but that's the Goofy Footer of the Week. And then obviously there has to be a yin to every yang. There has to be an up to every down and a light to every dark. And that's why I've got Natural Footer of the Week as well, which is the exact opposite of Goofy Footer of the Week.
Yeah.
So this week it was kind of...
Oh, yeah. What are you going to start with, though?
Well, you always start. You got to start with the Goofy Footer of the Week.
With
because
the top
that's
dog.
what it is.
I thought don't you build up to the best, or don't you?
No,
Okay.
no, because
promote them and then see who's...
You clearly didn't fucking listen to what I just said. I said it is about Goofy Footer of the Week, but Natural Footer of the Week is only there because...
You need a yang.
You need the opposite of that.
Yeah.
It's a byproduct of Goofy Footer of the Week.
Sure, okay. So who is Goofy Footer of the Week?
Well, like we were talking about earlier, about how hitchhikers are actually like eco-warriors, and they're doing really good things for the planet, for the environment.
Yeah.
I thought the next step to a hitchhiker was someone who was really looking out for the environment, and they were making big moves towards looking after the planet, and they were putting their money
Hitchhiking.
literally where their money where their mouth is, and buying electric vehicles. So my Goofy Footer of the Week this week is anyone who has gone out and bought an EV or an electric vehicle.
What about a hybrid?
Hybrids?
Nah. That's just like a wannabe, eh?
Nah, that's just kind of like, I'm
making progress, but I'm not prepared to drop my balls.
I'm not totally gonna fucking dive all the way into being an EV owner.
Yeah, it's like, here's one nut.
Yeah, it's just like fucking piss or get off the pot,
Yeah.
Either get in there.
Yeah.
Get in there or don't.
Yeah.
Buy an EV or don't buy an EV. Don't get a fucking hybrid.
Hybrids are like ride mini mals, eh? They're in the middle there. On the mini mal. It's not a mal or a shortboard.
Yeah, you're kind of just in some sort of purgatory state.
Yeah.
But anyway, those people who have bought EVs, you are the Goofy Footer of the Week. So congratulations. You're doing something
Well
great
done.
for the environment. And it's also allowing people like us who don't want to get an EV.
No, I don't want to get an EV.
It allows us to burn more fossil fuels.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get rid of my car. Like, I got a big 1.5 litre engine. Burns petrol, does fuel.
Yep.
And I don't want to fuck around with that EV shit. I mean, obviously I can't afford one because they're extremely expensive. But it just allows me to burn fossil fuels.
Yeah, that's right. And same. Thanks.
Yeah. So
well done to those people.
Yeah, big shout out to you guys. And then, like I said, for every yin to the yang, or I don't even know if I'm saying that right.
For the yang. Yeah, yang. It's time to yang.
Yin yang twins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they twins, the yings and yangs?
No, there was.
I thought they were separate families.
It was a band.
Oh.
But anyway, Natural Footer of the Week.
No, the yin yang twins were a set of 4 twins.
No, they were a couple of rappers from Atlanta.
Oh.
I think. So Natural Footer of the Week was obviously going to be the crypto market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was in the headlines. Why?
Yeah, the crypto market. Well,
Why?
it just had those real natural footer tendencies, and they are just something that's fucked me off, really.
Yeah.
And because I went into the crypto market, I invested money in something that I mean,
you were led to believe was
my
great.
my knowledge about the crypto market was limited. All I really knew was that it was going to make me rich quick.
Yeah.
That's all I knew about it. So
That's what
I invested,
they say, right?
I invested some money into that, and it fucking hasn't, man. It just the market dropped out the other day. It just plummeted. Bitcoin's down. All the other cryptocurrencies, all your coins.
Can I ask how much money you chose to put in there?
Well, just no.
You can't.
No, I'm not going to tell you how much money I
divulge
put
you're
in.
invested. I'm just
but
interested.
let's just say that things aren't looking good for me financially at the moment, and I'm going to have to make some changes. I'm going to have to make some.
Where did you do your research?
I'm going to have to make some serious life changes. YouTube videos. Yeah. So that's like I went into it because I was sold on the dream of becoming basically an overnight millionaire. Put a couple $100 in, boom, you're rich.
Yeah, I saw a T-shirt that said "Get rich quick with crypto."
Yeah, no, it doesn't work like that, eh?
Crypto.
It fucked me off because I was sold the dream. I thought, hey, shit, I'm going to get into this market and I'm going to become rich.
Yeah.
And it didn't work like that.
No.
The market has just plummeted, and now I'm like, I'm living out of my car. I'm just quite happy, to be honest, that I do have a lucrative sponsorship deal with Jack Link, so that I can eat.
Yeah.
Can eat. So thanks, Jack Links. But it hasn't really done it. So that's why I'm giving. That's why I'm giving the crypto market Natural Footer of the Week, because it's it just really hasn't come through with the goods. It's let me down. And
that whole get-rich-quick thing's happening a lot at the moment with the online stuff, like crypto, obviously taking out that award of natural footer, but also NFTs.
NFTs as well. I mean, that's in the same ballpark, really, isn't it?
It is. It's crypto art.
It's crypto art, and
it
doesn't make any fucking sense, any of it really. But
you invested in
thing.
that too, though, haven't you? You've really gone hard on the crypto opportunities.
No, I didn't invest in NFTs at all.
Oh, what happened?
I made some. I made some NFTs.
And you sold them?
I sold them, yeah.
Oh, so it works?
Wow. Yeah, it worked for me. I mean, I wouldn't buy them. People who buy them, like, I don't.
Well, those same dumb people that probably gamble.
Well, they're the same idiots that get into the crypto market anyway.
We gamble.
Yeah, this is gambling. It is another form of gambling, really, isn't it? It's
gambling.
The same as like going to the casino or picking up a hitchhiker and hoping that it's not a rapist or murderer. It's the same sort of thing. You're just taking a stab in the dark. Really. You're rolling the dice and you're buying a pixelated image of a shit. And I mean, that's what I sold for $600 New Zealand. So I mean, I guess it worked for me. But it didn't really work for the person who bought the pixelated picture of a shit that I drew.
Yeah.
Or maybe it does. Maybe they fucking sell the pixelated image of a shit that I drew on my computer.
Know. You don't know.
Maybe they quadruple their money off that. I don't know. It's a crazy world.
It's going to show up on some brochure, and you'll be like, "Hey, I drew that," and then you'll follow the rights, and it'll be someone else's other copyright.
It's not about fucking brochures, man. It's about having non-fungible tokens on the internet.
But then you have the rights to use it anywhere, isn't that what?
No, you don't have the copyright to the image.
Oh.
No.
Well, why the fuck do you buy it?
I don't know. See, it doesn't make sense, but people are making fucking millions of dollars off it.
God.
So
that's just, I don't know.
So to anyone who's bought any of my NFTs, thank you. And also, I'm sorry, because
he's taken the piss and you fucking fell for it.
I didn't say that.
No, I just thought it, and it was out loud. It was out loud. I don't know if I was right or wrong.
I'd never say that, because I mean, it's only valuable to someone if they see the value in it.
That's right.
And clearly, this person who bought a picture of a shit that I drew, they saw that there was value of $600 New Zealand in that picture, that JPEG image that I drew on Microsoft Paint. And yeah, it's because what's that?
Pissed as.
Me?
Yeah, at the time.
No, fuck. I'm not gonna, go on my computer if I'm real pissed.
That's gonna be.
That's reckless. I'd love one. Is it 12 o'clock yet?
Yeah.
It's midday, eh?
I don't actually know. Podcasts don't have time like radio. Here, I'll open it for you.
Oh, they don't, do they?
No.
We
so
could be
it's like a casino in here.
Yeah.
Who knows what the time is?
Thank you.
Got a cigarette?
I don't smoke.
Neither.
I don't smoke and I don't vape.
I just thought I'd check.
How many people vape now, eh? Way too many people.
A ton. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
No, it's not.
Well, I think.
How is fucking vaping cool?
I agree.
Do you vape? Are you a vapist?
Nah, I'm not a vapist. I've had a vape. I've hooned on a vape.
I don't see the point in it.
Neither. But I also, I don't know, man. There's a lot of people doing it. The young kids are fucking banging them back. They're shelving vapes. And then the people that are using it for a tool to get off smoking, I think that's a good step. But the new craze and the excitement and the want for it's really got me puzzled.
Yeah, well, the problem is, like, they have obviously brought it in to try and curb people away from smoking cigarettes, because they're eventually going to be outlawing cigarettes here.
Yeah.
In the very near future.
In like 20 years, I don't think that people will be able to buy. Like my daughter, I don't think will ever be able to buy cigarettes.
No, that's right. 2025, I think they're supposed to be eradicating cigarettes from New Zealand. They'll only be on the black market.
I'll smuggle her cigarettes.
So you'll be able to buy your methamphetamines and your Port Royals, from the same guy.
Yeah.
That's in a couple of years' time.
That's handy.
So that's going to be interesting. I mean, it's handy if you like crack and you like smoking. You'll just be able to, it'll be a one-stop shop. Well, it'll be the same dude who's selling you, meth, and he'll be able to sell you a packet of Rollies.
I wonder if you'll still have to go to the dairy to buy the little glass bulb.
The glass what?
Yeah, you go there and ask for like an aromatherapy pipe, and that's how you get it.
It's actually disturbing that you know this.
Man, there's some things that I know.
But anyway, vaping's fucked. Okay. It's just a little unfortunate that a lot of children are getting into it.
Yeah.
Because everyone sees it as this harmless thing. I don't see how, like, just constantly, because people who vape, it's not like smoking a ciggy. It's not like, oh, I'll just have a ciggy,
Yeah,
you know,
bang
just
a
one
dart.
ciggy.
No.
People are just hooning on their vapes, like, all day long.
Yeah.
And I don't see how that can be good for your lungs.
I just... are they getting nicotine? Is it like
I
is
don't
it a
even
hit?
know.
I
I
think
think
we'd
there
need
might
to-
be a little bit of nicotine mixed in with the bubblegum flavouring.
I think before we judge it, we'd have to do it solidly for 2 weeks.
We should just do it. Maybe we should just binge
No, I don't want
vape.
to do it. It looks fucking...
I definitely don't want to do it.
It
but
looks like they're having a big bong when it blows out.
yeah. The worst is when... Actually, it's not the worst, but it's a bit odd when you see cars pulled up at the lights and you just see this fucking plume of smoke just billowing out of
Well, I
the
like
window.
it because then people don't judge my car when it pulls up. They just go, oh, he's vaping.
He's vaping when clearly...
Fuck it,
You're
I ain't
not
vaping. I'm
Yeah.
not vaping, man.
Yeah. Because you smoke marijuana, don't you?
No.
No, of course
But,
you don't.
yeah.
I've never done drugs. But yeah, vaping's horrible. Oh my god, I'm fucking sweaty already. I hate summer.
Wow, no. Long days, beautiful speedos and glistening bodies and sunsets and rises and...
It's just, I think it's
You know,
it's difficult.
Don't
Like,
hate it, man. Flies.
it's nice. Like, it's nice sometimes, but I don't feel like... I feel like it's the same thing every summer. Like,
Yeah.
with most New Zealanders, we're not really used to temperature, like a steady temperature, because, you know, winter's pretty fucking cold. It's not like the worst temperature ever, but it gets quite cold.
It does get cold.
And then summer gets quite hot, but then it's just always changing. So we're never at the right comfortable temperature because our bodies never really acclimate to what the temperature is. So I find...
Did you just make up a word?
Probably.
Yeah.
I find I'm always complaining about the temperature. Much
Yeah.
like most New Zealanders, we tend to complain about whatever the temperature is.
That's why it's
It's
better
either
in...
too hot or it's too cold. It's never... I've never heard anyone say, geez, this is a great climate right now.
No, well, what our problem is we just sort of sit in that 10 to 30, like 10 to 20 range, and it's just soggy or hot or muggy. You know, and like Norway or something, you get cold and you get hot. So they can just go, well, it's going to be cold for a while.
Yeah, you know what the
And
temperature's
it's just
going to
be
be
hot
like.
for a while.
Yeah.
And they have days that the sun doesn't even go down. It's so fucking sweet.
It's
Just
consistent.
It's all day, all night. And over here, we're just boring, muggy fucking shit.
Yeah, this place is terrible, eh? It's fucking terrible, and that's why I need to go gain some perspective and just go somewhere. You know, this could be on one of the surf tours that I'm
Go to
probably
Aussie.
gonna start. Go to Australia, where it's hot. You know it's hot.
Hot all the time.
You know it's hot. You know you get there, and it's going to be fucking hot.
hot.
Because that's what Australia's known for. It's known for being hot.
It's hot as.
So I'm going to get there, I'm going to be like, okay, this is fucking hot.
And then it'll stay hot, and it'll be hot all night.
It'll be hot, and then eventually I'll get fucked off because I'll just be like, it's
Too
just
fucking
keeps staying hot.
Yeah.
This is not changing. It's hot all the fucking time. I want to go home, and then I'll get back home, and I'll be like, okay, this temperature fluctuates.
Jesus.
This is so much better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's a good way to do it. I'm going to
Yeah.
start dealing with my life problems like that too. Just go and experience worse.
You'll just go and experience worse.
It's actually
the
not bad
same-
advice, Luke.
Mate, it's the exact same as anyone who rides like a single fin surfboard or a longboard
Yeah.
or a mid-length
shame.
single fin. I mean, they are clearly
Maybe that's what they're
trying
doing.
to gain perspective. That's
Yeah.
what that has to be. There's
They already
no
know.
other. There's no other reason for someone riding a mid-length single fin unless they're trying to gain perspective. Because whenever I go, I've never surfed. I have surfed a single fin before. I'm going to put that out there. If I ever surf a longboard, a foamy, something that just goes fucking awful,
Yeah.
it makes me appreciate what it's like to surf a proper standard shortboard with 3 fins.
Yeah.
You know? It just really makes me appreciate it. And so that's why I think so many people are getting on the mid-length single fin bandwagon because they've already figured out what we're figuring out now. The whole thing about perspective.
Well, you've done that in the past with your experiences in single fins and longboards and stuff, and obviously stayed right away from it because all your boards are short and 3 fins.
Yeah,
You just got a
treble.
whole lot of... What happened? You've just got a whole lot of new ones. A whole lot of new ones.
I did. I got a whole lot of new boards. I did actually get 2 twin fins in there.
Did you?
Yeah, but twin fins go quite good.
Yeah.
So
What's a
that's
twin fin better for? Why would you keep that? Is it easier to
they're
throw
quite
the tail out?
fast. You can kind of cruise on them a little bit, which is good for me because I'm getting a little bit fatter. And surfing is becoming slightly more difficult for me, even though I still fucking tear.
You rip the shit out of it.
Rip the shit out of it. But, yeah, they just make it, like, if the waves are small and shit or whatever, you can just kind of cruise on them a little bit more.
Okay.
So, yeah, very happy with my new boards. Thank you, Stacey Surfboards in Australia. Very appreciative of that.
Tell how many did you get?
I got 5. I got 5 new boards.
Stacey!
5 new boards, which is, it's fucking
Good on
baffling.
you, Stace. Yeah.
It's absolutely baffling for someone like myself who is... I'm washed up. Like, I used to surf pretty good. Still do.
Yeah.
Still surf fucking amazing.
Yeah.
But I surf 10 kgs heavier and much older than I used to surf. You know?
Less enthusiasm.
Less enthusiasm.
Drive.
Yeah, drive, dedication to the sport, like any of that sort of shit. Ambition. In my surfing. But, you know, now... someone's wanting to sponsor me for surfboards. It's fucking amazing.
Beautiful.
You know. And
what have you chosen? You've chosen like what? Tell us your quiver, just quickly.
Oh, well, I don't even know. Well, I do know, but I don't.
You
totally
know really well.
Like because some people they go very specific in surfboard dimensions and specifications.
Yeah.
All I know is I got a 5.9, a 6.0, a 6.1, another 6.1, a 6.2, and.
Oh, so you just went from
another 6.1.
So you just
Two
went up in inches.
Yeah, but then they're different because some are like twin fins and then
Gotcha.
others are treble fins. There might even be a 5-finner in there.
So when you're going out on the East Coast
Yeah.
for a perspective
surf, yeah.
what would you take?
Man, I would probably take...
Anyway,
I wouldn't surf any of those boards. I'd probably take out a foamy.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Foamy
gotcha.
or a mid-length single fin just to really put the cherry on the top of that perspective surf. Because if I'm going to surf shit waves, I want to surf those shit waves on a shit board.
Yeah.
You know, and just have a really bad
Take
time.
a fucking kayak. Hey.
Well, that's not really a surfboard. That
No, but then
really
you're sitting
relate.
down and just really fucking... You're closer to the shit wave.
That's a shit idea.
Okay. A
That's
foil?
shit
What
idea.
about a foil?
Nah, that's because that's not even surfing. Foiling is just some abomination of fucking wave riding. I don't even know what that is.
What are your thoughts around the local people and I guess people all around the world experiencing Cody getting jet skis to be towed into some of the big dogs?
What did you say it like that?
For effect.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it had some effect, I guess. It made me think you were a bit fucking weirder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not into jet skis mainly because I don't have one.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't really know. Like,
is it
like
okay
I
to
said,
surf
like,
without paddling in?
Nah, it's fucking shit. I think you either got to paddle in or sit on the beach. You know, you're not using a jet ski. And obviously, my point of view on this would be different if I had a jet ski.
Yeah.
But I don't have a jet ski, so it is like just don't do it.
What if you knew someone with a mum who had a jet ski?
If I knew someone whose mum had a jet ski and I was allowed to use that jet ski, then I'd probably be like, hey, it's a really good way to get more waves and to get back out the back. So jet ski assistance is fucking awesome, but I don't
have
even
one,
I
so
don't even have a
you
jet
hate
ski,
it.
and I don't have a mate with a mum who has a jet ski who lets me use it. So I don't like it. I'm not for it at all.
Yeah, fair enough. What about wave pools?
Wave pools? I've never surfed in one. I'd like to surf in one, and that's the plan. I want to get over to the one in Melbourne or the one in Yeppoon.
Ah, yeah, I would love
the
to
one
go
in
to
Yeppoon.
Yeppoon.
I'd love to go to Yeppoon. I've wanted to go to Yeppoon for a long time.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like now, there's more of an incentive to go to Yeppoon because there's that wave pool in Yeppoon. So I mean, like, because you've always talked about going to Yeppoon.
I would
even before the wave pool was in Yeppoon, you wanted to go to Yeppoon.
It's been on a bucket list for a very long time. I've got a Yeppoon tattoo just on my lower back.
Do you?
And yeah, it just says Yeppoon.
No, that says Yeppoon. That's not Yeppoon.
Oh, Yep.
Yeah. No, Yeppoon, where the wave pool is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I really want to go to Yeppoon. It looks like it's just that grunty little peak, you know? Just that triangle that just sits on top of Yeppoon, you know?
Where is Yeppoon again? I've just lost it in my mind.
It's just out of Nimbin.
Because I knew it's
just out of Nimbin, New South Wales North Coast.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the far north New South Wales. Yeppoon, yeah. So it's like I guess it's lower. It's lower Queensland, almost like in the very low. Yeppoon is like lower,
Like
lower down.
deep Queensland.
Yeah, it's like deep.
Yeppoon.
Deep
You want to go to
New South
Yeppoon?
Wales?
You want to go Yeppoon and deep New South Wales?
I just want to go to Yeppoon and just get that triangle, that peak.
What about in Melbourne? It's the big bomb dropper, isn't
What?
it? It's a tsunami bell drop bang.
I don't know how that works. It's like some kind of
Counterweight buff.
Yeah, it's something like that. I'm not sure of the technology behind it because, quite frankly, it just doesn't mean anything to me
Well,
because
they've
I'm more
created-
concerned with surfing the actual wave.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't know how it's
Who
created,
cares how
but
they
it
do
looks very fun.
It's
And
like
I want to go there when we can travel again because what are we, 2 years now? 2 years now
Fuck.
haven't been able to travel?
you're gonna need your booster when you go to Australia.
Oh, I
man.
need to fucking chuck a jab
That
in my arm.
place is infested.
Yeah.
They
it
got
is.
galloping knob rot running around and they don't even blink
You
an eye.
always talk about galloping knob rot.
No, it's one of the worst diseases you can have.
That actually brings me to the questions. We had some
Oh.
viewer listener questions.
Hold on. Can I read them out to you? And then you can answer them. It's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
like
yeah.
a game show
Yeah.
or a quiz show. Let me just open my Space Summit Ultra Low Carb.
That's a blatant plug.
Where?
What do we have? So we
Questions
had.
from listeners.
I reached out and asked. I had a question for some questions. I thought we'll get some viewer / listener.
Consumer
what do you
input.
call that? What do you
Consumer
call
input.
that? Not
Consumer
consumer
contributors.
contribution.
Yeah.
Integration. Or something. Fuck, I don't know.
Just
People
questions,
ask
man.
questions. People
Yeah.
ask questions.
Here they are.
What were they?
Number one was about your baldness, man. Why are you so bald? What's going on with the bald?
Yeah, I had quite a few people actually ask me about baldness, about being bald, about when I went bald. I think it's because a lot of people are worried about being bald. And it's nothing that you have to worry about, and that's because it's inevitable. 85% of men by the age of 50 are going to be bald. And that's facts, that's statistics, that's how numbers work. So if anyone is asking about being bald, just roll with it. Just go with it because it's inevitable. You can't fight the moonlight. You can't.
You can't fight the moonlight because it shines off your head and becomes one.
I don't even know why I said that. I was just had that song,
Boom.
that Leanne Rimes song.
Yeah,
just
it's
went
very
into my
good
head.
because it looks like a moon when the sun hits it. Or
Yeah.
it's good. It's a very picturesque picture in my mind.
Just go with it.
Mm.
Like you're going to be bald eventually. I
No,
already am bald.
No, I'm not.
Well, you could be in the 15% of fortunate people who don't go bald.
I don't know what it's going to feel like or what it's going to be like. I don't think I'm going to be bald, and the only thing bald on me is D's nuts. Sorry, I really am. I don't know why it came to me halfway through it. And I said it.
But so yeah, just
But
don't
I'm
worry about it. You shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Just don't even worry about it. I mean, it's going to happen to you. Shave your head is the best advice that I can give you. You don't want the fucking friar tuck. You don't want the friar tuck.
Why
it
not,
doesn't
man?
look good.
It's
It
cool.
just feels weird. It is not. Nah, it's not good, man.
It's
Like, just
the
have
only
some-
option you've got, man. Take it. Or
Can
bald.
you just shut the fuck up? You don't have a leg to stand on here. You said you're not going bald. You're not bald. You don't even know what you're talking
I
about.
find it hard to
I'm
sympathise
trying to
and
help
connect.
people out who are actually going through
Okay.
the bald phase.
I find it hard to connect.
And so that's
I'm-
why they're asking me because they're like, hey,
Okay.
I've seen this guy. He's clearly got no hair on his head.
I'll stick to the questions.
I need a yeah.
Okay.
Good. Yeah. So I mean, all I can say is just go with it.
Yeah.
Just go with it. Shave your head, and
Good luck.
coconut oil on the top every morning.
Do you buff it? You could buff it. I think buffing it.
Nah, I just rub it.
That's buffing.
I just rub coconut oil into it all the time.
Moisturise.
So if it does look shiny, it's either sweat or coconut oil.
SPF.
So.
What's your recommendation around SPF?
50.
50.
Always
protect.
just lather that shit up. Do not go outside if you don't have sunblock on.
You're bald. It's your skin. It's next
Wear
to your
hats.
brain.
I'm always wearing a hat. I'm inside. I'm wearing a hat.
Cool hat.
I'm wearing a hat and I'm wearing sunblock on my head and I'm inside because I really don't want to get my head burnt because I could easily walk outside now and just forget to put that shit on. But if you're always wearing a hat, then you never have to put one on because you're already wearing it. You never have to worry about not having one on because it's always on.
Do you grow a beard because you don't have hair on your head or just to hide that second chin?
It's mainly just for like sunblock. I just use less
It's for
sunblock
sun.
if you have a beard.
Sure. And number 2, question off your Instagram account. Aussies versus Kiwis, who's better at surfing?
Who's better at surfing?
Who do you think is better surfers as a group?
If I were to say,
Shit.
there's that old saying that the best surfer is a surfer having the most fun. And so I would have to say Australians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you want to get technical, they've had way more pros. There's way more surfers.
And they're
They've got-
just far
they-
better surfers
They're
than New
better.
Zealanders.
They kick our ass, actually, don't
they
they?
are. They're a lot better.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even pain me to say that because it's just facts.
Yeah. Would you be
It's
good in
fact.
Australia? If you went to Australia, are you good? Because
Of course
you
I am.
rip here.
I'm fucking good everywhere. Anywhere I go, people are just like
Who
in
the
awe,
fuck is
basically
that?
in awe. There's like, who's that bald guy who was just fucking tearing it? Is that, you know,
Jesus.
that must be Luke Sederman.
Yeah.
They don't say that. Most people don't know who I am. But like, yeah, I stack up internationally.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, not as good as Australians, but yeah, you know,
Close cousin.
yeah.
Close, like incestuous cousin, nearly at times.
That's Norfolk Island.
Yeah. That is North Carolina. Okay, so Aussies when they so Aussies are better surfer than Kiwis. Should I get my kids vaccinated? Jesus.
Yes, 100%. Go out and get your kids vaccinated. I actually had quite a disturbing event happen to me.
Yep.
I was in Indonesia.
Yep.
And I was walking along thinking, oh, okay, fucking life's good. You know, no shoes on, no jandals on.
Shirt off.
You know,
nipples
just having a good
pointing where you're
time.
going.
You know, and then thinking, oh, fuck, I bet there's no, like, rusty thumbtacks on the ground. I can just run around, do whatever I want. Little did I know, there was a rusty thumbtack on the ground. I
Bang.
stood directly on that.
Pierced your skin.
And you know what would have happened? If I hadn't been immunised, if I hadn't had a vaccine, I would have caught tetanus right then and there, would have got lockjaw.
And tetanus,
You know, probably
exactly.
fucking foamed at the mouth and died.
Tetanus is horrendous.
It's horrible, man. Like, I've heard of people getting tetanus, and it is not a good time.
And I've got a 2-year-old, and you know she goes to kindy, and they've got this things like influenza, and they got measles and mumps and rubella.
Oh, MMR, yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
if she goes in there and gets that, she comes home with like big
Mate, you
rashes,
do not want that.
and like she can't sleep, and she's got a rash.
Did you know that mumps...
So I gave her a vaccine.
Yeah, exactly. You get her a vaccine. Well,
Yeah.
no, you're supposed to have it before she gets that. I mean,
I
that's how
know,
they
but
work.
I was in hindsight, I learned.
Yeah, you learnt
But,
from that. That, I'll get her a vaccine.
Now she's going to be
But
sweet.
you know the mumps, you get the mumps, that can make you sterile, which for me is awesome.
Yeah.
And for most people who don't want to have children, it's like, you know, go out and just, you know, patch some people with mumps.
Yeah.
But that's a real thing.
Is that what it does to you?
Yeah. Makes
Is
you
that why
sterile.
you deliberately got it?
I don't think I've had it before because I got vaccinated.
What was it that you got that time that we were hanging out? You got that Oh no, that was something.
That was probably just bawdy rash, bull rash.
Oh, it was bawdy
yeah,
rash.
It was bawdy bull rash. But yeah, definitely go out and get your kids vaccinated because you don't want to stand on a rusty nail in Bali and get tetanus
Yeah,
and just get like lockjaw and shit.
that's a real simple answer. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Hitler Mo. He died 77 years ago. When's it going to come back into fashion?
Yeah, this was
Ooh.
an odd question, wasn't it?
The Hitler Mo.
The
why?
Hitler moustache.
Why do you want it in fashion?
I don't think we need it in fashion. I just don't think it looks good,
Okay.
regardless of who had
Yeah.
it first.
You'd have to separate the two things here. Take Hitler's name out of it because Hitler was, I'm going to say it, not a very nice guy.
He was a fuckwit.
Yeah,
He was.
He wasn't a good dude.
I mean, if we're going to use swear words, he was a fuckwit.
Yeah, I'm going to say he's a cunt.
Mm.
Well, no, because that's genitalia and the females, and it's actually a nice.
You're going too deep with this answer. Yeah.
He was a knob end, and let's look at the little stack just above the upper lip there. Was there any merit in just that? Did it look nice? I don't
It
think so.
didn't look good.
No.
It's just, it looks a bit awkward, and it just looks unnatural because that's not how it grows. You got to shave that shit in. It's just weird.
Hard
And
to
someone who always has facial hair, it's not fun trying to be very like accurate
Yeah.
with your facial hair. Like even when I get my sideburns, like it's hard to like line those up. So it's really quite a pain in the ass, and especially something that's in such a prominent part of your face, like right there. Like you got to get that perfect. You got to nail that.
Yeah.
If you like half-ass one of those Hitler moustaches, you're gonna look like an idiot.
Yeah. So, no, they're not coming into fashion, and fuck Hitler.
Yeah, and mainly fuck Hitler. I mean,
And
that,
shout
I
out
think
to all
that's
his
where-
victims and the cultures he abused, because you guys are sweet as. He was a cock end.
Yeah, he was a real dick. So I think anything associated with him in that way, mainly the facial
Anything he
apparatus.
did, his haircut, no good. And we can take that across the board about like maybe Anders Breivik, that Norwegian guy who went on the island and shot people because he didn't like the colour of their skin. His haircut, out.
Was he a bit of a dick? I don't know that
David
guy.
Bain, don't know, found not guilty. But
David Bain.
those
he
sweaters,
had a
out. Can't, because he might have
But
killed
David Bain had the similar hairdo, didn't
people.
he?
Yeah, that's a New Zealand murderer.
Yeah, he's probably our most
Maybe not.
famous.
Is he a murderer? Or did he get off?
He got off, but he
Yeah.
went to jail for like 12 years. But he'd probably be our most famous murderer, wouldn't he?
Baino, yeah.
Bain?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah,
DB.
yeah.
He's famous for like colourful
Sweatshirts.
sweaters.
Yeah,
He's got his
yeah.
own line now.
It was
Doing really
almost he became more famous or more popular for his sweatshirts than murdering his family. I
Yeah.
think.
which is weird.
Yeah.
You got a fifth question. It's but we've kind of covered it. NFTs
We
real.
talked about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
NFTs, are they real? Are they not? They're not real. That's not a real thing. The money, however, is, and
Yeah.
I've got some of that shit in my pocket. When I say pocket, I mean my crypto wallet that's probably plummeted at the moment because, like I said, the crypto market has gone down severely, and it's not looking good for me. So if anyone wants to buy some merch off me, that would be greatly appreciated because it's dark days. It's dark days for me at the moment due to the crypto market crashing. So
You must have put a lot on that, like everything you've got, if it's that bad.
I mean, not everything. Like
But-
everything would be 100%. I didn't put 100%. 80% is still, 80% isn't everything.
Yeah, true.
It's
It's not.
Yeah,
You're
it's
good.
80%.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's
You've
4/5.
still got 20.
That's 4/5 of everything. So I've
You
still got that 1/5 left.
Throw the 20 in, see if you can get that 80 back.
Fucking now we're talking. And that's exactly what it's like picking up a hitchhiker.
Yeah.
And we need to bring that. So if we look full circle, full loop, let's get rid of this pandemic so we can go traveling and we can save the world by picking up hitchhikers that may be murderers or rapists or just people who want to get from A to B economically.
And without a carbon footprint. I've learnt a lot this podcast. It's been enjoyable.
Yeah, it's been good. Good to be back. You know, if you're still listening to this, thank you for listening. Haven't done one in a long time, so, I mean, this could be a steaming pile of shit. Or
I
it
don't
may
know.
not be. Who
I don't-
cares?
Reckon anyone lasts the full hour or so?
I highly fucking doubt it.
Don't even know how long.
Oh, well. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate. Cheers, everybody. Thanks.